So my name is Keely Portsmouth.
My name is Yanya.
My name is Mary Anderson.
Michael McCardle, not the news guy.
What drew me to the Linking Awareness program, I'm new to horses and horsemanship, and I recently adopted my horse Charlie. And I met Lucia at the Dosh Nickel Clinic, and there's something about her that really resonated with me and kind of piqued my curiosity. And the idea of animal communication was interesting to me because it would help me with my own horsemanship and get to know my own horse, I guess.
I got into this program because of I've had a couple experiences in the last few months. One was on the Sunshine Coast. I was walking my dog on the beach. She led me up a creek bed, and then we found a path and started walking down the path, and she stopped to do sniffing things like dogs do, and I began doing a little bit of deep breathing, and I just reached out and touched a tree, and I felt so much energy. It was amazing. I welled up. I started crying a bit. You know that feeling where you get where you want to cry but you can't, and you're like, whoa. And it was just joy. It was beautiful emotion. And then we went to the beach, and the same thing. The waves were coming in, and I was meditating, and I was breathing, and it was beautiful. And again, another feeling of unbelievable, powerful emotion. Then another few weeks later, I was in the woods meditating, and I came out of the meditation, and it just had this feeling that the woods were talking to me, that there was something around. Well, so I jumped in my truck and started driving away, and a bear appeared. The bear came out, maybe a year-old bear, little grizzly, came out and stopped right in the middle of the road I was traveling and stared right at me. Didn't run, wasn't freaked out, just looked at me, and I felt that it knew that I wasn't there to harm it, and it was okay. It wanted to watch me as much as I wanted to watch it. We looked at each other for, which probably a millisecond, but it felt like 10 minutes. And then when we were done, it went away and I drove away. The very next day, I had a friend call me that had a session with Lucia and said, you have to go meet this woman. She's going to explain everything that you need to know about all the things you've been seeing. So here we are today.
It's an experience of embodying your senses and therefore being in touch with your own self. And we do that through the reflection of the animals, right? Like I know a lot of people come to these courses through this desire, yearning to communicate with animals or to deepen the relationship with the animals. And I am very grateful for that piece, but it actually wasn't my portal, right? So for me, it's always been about what is my relationship with me? How do I deepen my relationship with myself, and through that with everything, right? My first experience with Linking Awareness Journey, I guess just brought me home, right? There's a feeling of brought me home in myself, and I realized this was another path to experiencing more and more of myself and what that meant or what that looked like or what that could be.
This is my second experience with the Linking Awareness, and I think this time I was feeling so much. It was coming at me left, right, and center, and a lot of shifts for me I'm still processing.
Being able to come back and do it again and just ground me again and just let it all go is just amazing, and what I needed. I'm looking forward to this. It's like 3 days of meditation. I mean, you can't beat that. And you're not doing it alone. The energy field that's created with the group is hard to describe.
Before I had so many voices and opinions and ideas and ideals, and that just crowded in my head, and now I feel alive, and I feel like nothing can touch me or my goals or where I'm going, and that's kind of the biggest takeaway I've had with this experience, with this program.
I'm so enthralled with this whole program that I'm not stopping, and that's how I feel right now. That I would probably help somebody come on this that was questioning it. And if it was a question of money, that they couldn't come because of money, that I would make sure that they could come. If it was that line that they would only come because of money, that is never going to stop somebody from coming in my book, ever.
To be able to start resonating and living more of my life in a different frequency or different, just holding a better space. You can call it a positive attitude, you can call it a trust in life, you can call, right? When I'm capable of doing that, then I'm all round a kinder person, right? I'm a better person to the people whom I love, to the people who just need a kind human in the world to, right? I mean, it's that, right? It's as grand and as simple as that, I think.
For Lucia, continue doing what you are doing because you are setting lives on fire.
Don't stop, keep doing it. It's important work.
I think, Lucia, thank you. You've opened me up to a whole new experience that I want to adventure forward with. Before I came, I felt like I knew something, but I didn't know what it was. I didn't understand it. And what this experience did is clarified my knowing. We're all born with the same, we all know this thing. We all know how this intuitive system works. Our bodies are there. But this whole system with Lucia guiding and explaining and acknowledging the feelings that I had was amazing, just to feel that I was on the right track. And that's what it is. It's all on the right track. It's all moving forward. But I now know I'm on the right track. Those feelings that I have, those intuitions, those birds showing up, the fish jumping more when I'm coherent and breathing properly and into my heart is real. And don't tell me it's not.